All right, everyone, we have Aubrey Kingsbury and Gabby Carle. Kick it over to Ben.
Thank you. If you have a question for Aubrey and Gabby, please raise your hand and we'll get to you. We will start with Marissa.
Hi, Aubrey and Gabby. Thanks for speaking with us today. Aubrey, I just wanted to ask you, how are you guys feeling after leaving San Diego with a clean sheet and a point on the road, knowing that they've been playing so well?
That's probably a win that, or sorry, a tie that feels more like a win. Yeah, credit to San Diego. We were under pressure for a lot of the match, but I think really proud of how the team defended. Especially, we've been trying to emphasize defending the box on crosses. And as busy as I felt, I did feel like we were under control and did limit their shots from outside the box and free kicks. So, yeah, it's great to get a point here. They have a good crowd and going into the break. It's a good foundation to build upon, but obviously, yeah, we've got some work to do.
Alrighty, thank you so much.
Yeah, thanks for staying up.
No problem.
We'll go to Rowie.
Thank you both for taking the time and for joining us on what is now Monday morning on the East Coast.
Oh.
I wanted to start actually with Gabby, just going off what Aubrey said about all the things that went right on the defensive end. Like, how did you see it? I felt like, especially in terms of like box defending, it felt like there were a lot of changes and things that worked. But from field level and from actually doing it, what were your biggest takeaways?
Yeah, I think obviously as you have seen, we have conceded a lot of goals from poor box defending. So I think that was a big focus for us this game. And it was good to see the grit in there and just people being disciplined. I mean, obviously, big credits to Aubrey. She's being really humble right now, but she saved a lot of um things. My God, my brain. It's like
Blame
one
your
in.
girls too.
She saved a lot of things.
Hold shots.
She saved all the shots. There was some like really dangerous ones, and Obs was there on everyone. So thankful for you, Obs. But
Yeah.
yeah, I think we have some work to do offensively, but defensively this was a big step for us and it's positive.
And then Aubrey, related to that, I remember after the Utah game, there was a moment where you were saying that, there were lapses, but everything felt fixable, like you didn't have to throw out the whole playbook. Just thinking about like, what's your big reflection halfway through the season and sort of how some of those fixes have been going.
Yeah, we're a really talented team. I think for me, it just feels like we haven't really imposed ourselves on opponents yet. Just like, making them adapt and adjust to our style and really showing personality and controlling a match and, being in sync and kind of getting into a good flow and good rhythm with the ball. So I think that's something we'll definitely look to work on the second half of the season because we have the people to do it. We have the players, but it's just getting all the pieces back together. Now we've got Adrian at the helm in the second half here, so we'll have some time to work on things in the month of July. Obviously, we'll be missing some players going off to their national teams, but we've got time with the big break to really kind of hone our identity and kind of get back to how we want to play. And hopefully, you'll see in the next half more of us and teams adapting and having to change their game plan based on our play.
Excited to see it. Have a
Yeah.
good break. Thank you both.
Go to Andre.
Sorry, it's late. I was trying to figure out unmuting myself. I'm got it. We're good.
No, it's got cameras on, huh?
uh, yeah. Thanks for speaking with us. Gabby, I want to start with you because the game was also, I mean, you did a lot of defending. So, yes, it was physical from that standpoint, but it also looked like it was actually physical, like one to one, a lot of physical duels out there. How are you holding up and how was it to kind of cope with that, especially for the majority of the first half? It seemed like it was a really difficult one.
Yeah, I think so. They came out not the way we expected. And you've probably seen I was actually pretty much a winger the whole first half, so it was a bit different for me. They have some threats on the front line too. But I think we did a good job with them. I think um, Cascarino is a really tough player to play against, and I think we did a really good job with her. But overall, yeah, it was an experience for me to be on that front line for one half. A good one. Almost had a goal, not really. But yeah, again, to reiterate, I think our defensive discipline this game was really good, and it's something we need to build on.
Yeah, you did almost have a goal. It was really close. It was a little narrow miss. Wanted to ask you both because I mentioned this to Adrián, and I thought that this was a tweak that was made in the game when Tara just took off from the center back position, charging through midfield. I think she did it like 2 or 3 times. He said she just decided to do that. What is that like for you, especially like Gabby, you on the back line, but also you, Aubrey? Like, where's my center back going? Like, what is y'all's perspective when she just takes off?
I personally love it. I think
Yeah.
we were needing a little bit of dynamicity. Is that's not a word.
Dynamism.
Dynamism. There.
Yeah,
You sure? Okay.
I think so.
We'll go for it. Dynamism. And she brought it, like it just brought us to life. And for us defenders, it's pretty easy to just go and cover for her. I don't know how you feel about it.
Yeah, it was a glimpse of her goal against Bay in the quarterfinals. I was like, you go on, girl. Like, get us a goal. But I just yell at Hal. I'm like, Hal, stay. So yeah, let her do her thing.
Appreciate that. Thank you. And last question, I did want to say, Aubrey, you're credited here. I'm looking at FOTMOB with 6 saves, so huge. But I also see from the team, I think this number is correct. FOTMOB is usually pretty accurate. 57 clearances.
Oh my God.
Wow.
Yeah. You both, I mean,
Incredible.
you've talked a lot about the defensive effort, but this is a team that has scored the second most goals in the league. So really to go to their own stadium and keep a clean sheet is really impressive. So even though it's not a win heading into the break, just how much confidence does it give the entire team that you put in this sort of performance with a kind of a limited time now back under Adrián?
Yeah, 57 clearances. It's harder than it looks. And it's something, yeah,
It's an
you have
insane
to
number.
train. So for
Oh
them to
my
do
God.
57 good clearances,
Yeah.
we'll take it. Yeah, and like you're saying, they've been a great team this year. We're on the road again. So yeah, it's a point. We'll take it, like I said, to open up. It's a tie that feels like a win.
For sure. I think just coming off from Portland, and that was a tough loss, coming back and just showing that grit, that discipline to just stick it out. It wasn't pretty, but it's efficient. 57 clearances it is pretty impressive. So we'll take it for sure.
Appreciate that. Have a safe trip back and thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Aubrey. Thank you, Gabby. Thanks, everyone.
Good night.